Hello YouTubers and welcome back to another action figure review. Today I'm looking at the Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Star-Lord action figure from the Wave 2. Now this is the Mantis Build-a-figure wave, so this figure obviously comes with a piece of the Mantis figure. I believe he came with a leg. I can't remember, it might have been an arm actually. I know it was either a leg or an arm. I got the wave at the start of the month, at the start of June. I think it was like June the 3rd I got it. And I'm only just getting around to reviewing them now. I wasn't going to review these figures, but I thought I might as well do it. Considering Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is literally my favourite film ever. And I've got all the Marvel Legends movie figures from this film. I don't often buy the Marvel Legends figures, but for the Guardians of the Galaxy, I bought the whole wave, considering most of them were movie figures and the Build-a-figure was a movie figure. So I won't be reviewing the comic figures from the wave because honestly I don't know that much about them. I know a bit about Adam Warlock, but I don't feel like I'd do the figure justice by reviewing it if I don't know a lot about it, because I'll be basing it off of its appearance from the comic, and I won't know if it's accurate or not. So I'm just going to stick to reviewing the movie figures. So let's crack into this. I will quickly look at the articulation. Basically the head, it can go side to side, it can do a 360, there we go. The arms are ball jointed so they can go out. We have a bicep, can turn 360. Then we got double jointed elbows, and then the wrist can turn 360, and it can also move up and down. We got an ab crunch, so it can move backwards and forwards. We got waist. Yep, the waist can do a 360. Then the legs can go out and then to the side. We got a double jointed knee. We have boot articulation. And then the feet can go out to the side like so, and up and down. It's very stiff though. It can move up and down slightly, yeah. So that's it for the articulation. So if we take a look at the head sculpt, it's kind of a weird looking head sculpt because he's kind of smirking. It's not a neutral face. It looks a lot like, I think it looks a lot like Chris Pratt. It kind of depends what angle you're looking at it from. I mean, I can see why people will say it wouldn't look like Chris Pratt. It's just a weird face to have on an action figure because you wouldn't normally display or use a smirking face. But if I just compare it to the neutral face that we get from the Wave 1 Star-Lord, I think I prefer the neutral face. I look at it from different angles. See, I think it looks like Chris Pratt from this side. But then dead on, and from this side it doesn't really look like him, but that's just my opinion. The face is really nicely detailed actually. The facial hair is well done, and the hair on the head is well done. If you look at the 2014 Star-Lord, you can see that it's a vast improvement, especially with the facial hair. It's actually sculpted on instead of just painted. And it looks a lot more like Chris Pratt. Now this figure is in the long coat. It is a different long coat compared to the first film long coat. They are different. I don't think it's meant to be the same one. I'm pretty sure they created a new one for the second film because the bottom is a lot different. I mean, they are very similar, but I think it is meant to be a new coat. So this figure comes with a scarf as well. It is removable. I'm not going to take it out though because it's a bit fiddly to get back in. It's easier if you take off the head. The head is removable, so you can put any number of these heads on, including the masked version from the first wave figure. But as you can see underneath, he has the shirt, the alien shirt. You can see it more than on the first wave figure. The t-shirt is actually lighter. It's more of a white than a light blue. It's a very, very light blue, but it is more white. On the first wave figure, it's more of a grey than a light blue or a white. The figure also has gloves, whereas the first wave figure didn't. He just had plain hands. These are really well done. I do like the design of this figure with the long coat and the gloves and the scarf. The trousers are just brown, basic brown. It's got a lot of detail on though. There are a lot of creases. They do look very nice. It is literally just the same legs from the first figure, apart from the boots. On the wave 1, it's more of a grey, and on this one, the boots are black. There's two, I don't know what you would call them, two parts sticking out here for the these blasters to hook on. So you just, like so. The only problem being is because he's wearing the long coat, it does tend to stick out when you put them on like that. So it's probably best not to display them with them on the side of his leg. It's probably best to put them in his hand. For accessory wise, he does come with two of these. They are exactly the same as the first wave figure. They are very nicely done though. They got some gold, silver, black. Quite basic paint, but they got they look slightly shiny. So he also comes with a mixtape. It's a very, very small piece. This one is black, whereas the first one that we got with the original 2014 figure was yellow. I prefer it as black, I think. It looks more like... Well, actually, on the yellow you can see more of the detail, but the black... it looks more like the cassette. There is a dip on the back of the cassette. I do believe that is to push it onto this little peg here that's sticking off his belt. So it can look like it's hanging on his belt, like he wears it in the film. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get on. I've tried to push it on, but it doesn't want to go on. But I do believe that is what the peg is for, which means you can plug the cassette and the two blasters on his trousers, so this figure can wear all his accessories, which is good to have, especially when displaying him. Unlike the 2014, this figure does not come with any headphones, but you can just take the ones from the 2014 figure and put them over his head, like so. So you can try and make out that he's wearing he's listening to the cassette, even though it's not connected with wires or anything. I mean, the headphones do look a bit goofy, but they're the only ones we got. So here's the figure wearing the masked Star-Lord head from the first wave of this series. As you can see, it looks really nice on this body. I wasn't expecting it to look as good as it does, but it just seems to suit it with the long coat. I think it reminds me of the opening of the first film, even though it's not the entirely correct costume, but it does look really nice. I don't know why this second figure didn't come with a masked head, but oh well. If you end up getting both, you can interchange the parts. If I just get the other Star-Lord here, and then the original 2014 one here, and you can see all the action figures released for the movie version of the MCU Star-Lord. My favourite is probably this one from the first wave of the second film, but I do really like this one. This one, the joints, the plastic just felt too soft and gummy, and you couldn't really get it. I mean, that's trying to stand up straight. The arms are sticking out and stuff. I mean, I do like this one, but these are far superior, especially with the head sculpt and the detail. But I mean, I know a lot of people don't want this figure, but it comes with, well, it comes with the updated mixtape, a spare head that you probably might not end up using, a scarf, a nice body with the coats, and you can see the shirt more than on this one. And also comes with the blasters. But I definitely feel like it's a good addition to the collection. And like I said, you can interchange the parts, so you can swap the heads around. You probably can put the scarf on this body. I mean, I don't know how it would look, but I think it's a good variant. So I mean, it would have been good that this one came with a masked head instead of using this one, or buying both. There is a Star-Lord coming out with Ego later in the year, but I think it's just this one re-released. So if you plan on getting that, then you might want to get this one. So that's it for this review. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one, where I'll be looking at Gamora from this series. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.